Hello everyone, welcome to Slate's Mushroom House. My name's Wayne and this is a video as part of our gardening with mushrooms. So here I'm going to share with you my spreadsheet on how I organise my seeds and planting of my crops and the harvest of my crops. Bear with me, I've got a bit of a flu-y kind of thing going on. It's not COVID. So let's move over to the spreadsheet here. This spreadsheet is made in Google Sheets, so you'll need to download it and put it in your own Google Sheets or transfer it over to Excel in order to modify it to suit your needs. We're in the Southern Hemisphere. If you're going to the Northern Hemisphere, you'd need to totally change all these months over here. But first of all, we've got the name of the plant, the spacings in centimeters, the row spacing, the depth that you'll plant it. So a good thing to know is the length of your finger, and so you can make a hole in the ground. So this is, my finger is 8 centimeters long, and to the first knuckle is 2.5, 5.5, and then it's 8. So then I kind of know when I'm planting what depth I'm going in, if it's in, pots or in the ground. I also know my spade width, which is 20 centimeters, and my rake width, which is 60 centimeters with 3 centimeter distance between the tines. It's good to know the measurements of all your tools. Even my foot is 30 centimeters, so when you're gardening you don't have to get a ruler out and measure everything, because that'll take you ages. It's kind of like it's not a perfect thing. Let's get back to the spreadsheet. So you really need to put in your emergence days. That's when the plant emerges out of the soil after you've planted it, and your harvest. These are two of the most important information to put into the spreadsheet. If you don't put those two things in, it's not going to work. Okay, and then you've got your type of crop. So if you're doing crop rotations and stuff like that, it's good to know if it's a leaf, legume, herb, all the way down. Whether you got it in stock, it's good to know if you don't have it, or if you're low, or if your seeds are out of date. Or use the out of date seeds. Do a test on the emergence or germination rates, and then you kind of know how much to plant. So here we move over to the seasons and months. So you got the red season, which is summer. You got the orange, which is autumn. And then you got the blue, which is winter. Pink, which is spring. And at the moment we're in spring, the second week. So I've got this little filter on here, and what you can do is you can turn on and off the blanks. Now what that does, when you turn the blanks on, it shows you all the plants in the spreadsheet. Okay, when you turn this filter on, turn the blanks off, it will show you all the plants that you can sow in the greenhouse, sow in the shade house, and direct seed in beds. Okay, so today I'm going to be planting corn. So where's my corn? This one here. Yes, I've got it in today. It's grain, and second week direct sow it. Cool. Also going to be doing sunflower. They don't actually have that in here. So I type in sunflower. Let's turn this off actually. Let's turn this filter off just in case. Sunflower spacing, so about 45 centimeters, 60 centimeters in a row. Depth, I reckon 2.5 centimeters, 3 meters, because it's a, I think it's giant Russian. That's a variety. Emergent state. Now I think that would be 7 days. Days till harvest. Don't know. Let's look on Google. Google. Harvest days. Sunflower. 110 to 125. So let's go 115. 125. Let's just do that. I haven't put the formula in. Okay, so that's 18 weeks or 4 months. And if it's a grayed out box, you don't put any information in there. It's an other. What time of year should I sow it? Well, I reckon spring to midsummer. I can direct sow it. So there. Yeah, I reckon middle of November. And like the corn, I'm going to put it in a greenhouse a month before. Okay, so then that's all done. Let's color code this as a green. Something like that. Do I have it in stock? Yes. Right, and that's how you put your information in. Now when it comes to planting, that's garden beds. When it comes to planting, let's refresh this. Just chuck that up that way. Okay. We're going to be planting corn, and it's not in alphabetical order to find it. So I'm going to go back to plant specs, and I'm going to put in alphabetical order. Should have corn in here. There it is. Just to make things easier, I'm going to come over here, turn the blanks off. Okay. And then that will affect this drop down box. Okay. Corn. And I'm going to plant it today, which is the 11th of the 9th, 2020. Oh, it's September 11th. And then that will crank in your emergence and harvest dates. Planting 25 of them. So let's go over here, and I direct sowed it. Emergence is in 3rd week. And then harvest is the 1st week of December. And I might harvest it for over 2 weeks. And I might go, okay, well, I want to have some for Christmas. So I'll direct sow some here. It will merge emerge there, and I'll harvest it here. I don't know if it's the weather that triggers when you harvest, but let's just do it this way for now. Corn. What date am I planting that? On the 18th. So you can see how you can kind of organize your garden to have a successional kind of system where you can organize what your harvest times so that you don't have just all the veggies coming in at once. And I'm going to put in some beetroot. Might do that today too. I'm going to put a different variety in, one that's bolt resistant. I think it's Cylindra or something like that. How many beetroots can I eat in a week? You know, probably 10. Let's put in a good crop because you can leave them in the ground for ages. So let's put in 30 of them. Okay, and so we'll direct sow it, and it will come up at the same time as the corn. Great. Emerge. And the harvest, when's that going to be ready? Same as the corn. But I can harvest this over a whole month. So then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, direct sow it there, emerge there, come back over here, which is next year, and harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put in your beetroot. Put in your plant date, which is the 2nd, I think, of October. No, it's not the 2nd of October, it's the 9th. Right, so 9th of the 10th, 2020. I'll put in another 30. So that's how you put things in and organise your crops. Pretty handy. So it's pretty much the same key as the last one. You've also got transplant dates. So if I was to, I don't know, let's say we put corn in. Let's say here we put corn in. So corn, and we put it in the 2nd week of August. So say the 9th of the 8th, 2020. Put corn in. To clear it, you just highlight it and delete. August, 2nd week of August. We put it in a greenhouse and it emerged here, and then we transplanted it here. Okay. Now I would go harvest date would probably be a kind of maybe a couple of weeks earlier, because you kind of got to add, if you're transplanting, it knocks things back a week. So yeah, maybe here or something like that. Harvest date. Let's have a look. Harvest is on the 4th of the 11th. Say here, but I would make it another week. Say harvest here. All right. So as you can see, you can change it to whatever climate you're in and what kind of plants you have. Alright, set it to your garden. And so today I'm going to be doing the corn, which is pretty cool, and hopefully I get a great crop. I'll show you some other videos of how I prepare my beds with charcoal, worm castings, and use chickens and stuff like that. I'll be putting up some videos how to use the grain spawn and other products. So I hope you have a good time playing around with this spreadsheet, and I hope it works for you. So yeah, I hope to see you in some other videos. Thank you.